To the code stuff. In this video we are going to cover insertion sort. So let's start. Here you can see this is insertion sort code snippet, and just to give a brief overview of this function is taking an unsorted array. So 1 minute, let me show you this. Okay, so this function is taking an unsorted array as an argument. To sort an array in ascending order, it will start iteration from first index to array.length -1. Why index? Because it considers that the first element is already sorted. Okay. In every iteration, we consider the current element as a key. And now what we have to do, we have to point j to the to adjacent left side of I, or we can say the current position. Now we have to compare key to all its predecessors, or the elements that j is going to traverse in the left directions. So if the key element is smaller than its predecessors, so we have to move the greater element one position up, and at last the space that is empty or will be empty after this traversal, we have to put key at that position. Okay, so let's visualize it. Okay, so for the sake of simplicity, we representing this I as this graphical representation. We can say it's a watchman having I printed on his t-shirt. Similar with J. So J is also represented by this watchman. Okay, and this key. So this key is a cuboid shape object. So this is our initial setup. Okay, and here you can see that these are the persons, and each person's having a number on his t-shirt. So we have to sort all these persons according to their t-shirt number. Okay, so these are the boundary conditions. So these watchmen while traversing cannot go beyond these conditions. Also, the watchman I can only move in the forward directions and J only in the backward direction. The number on the top of this persons is representing its positions at which currently they are standing, and we have already discussed about key. Okay, so let's start. So here I always start from this first index and j follow it. Okay, so whenever I reaches to any position, the person at that position move to this key. Okay, now it moves to this key. Now this space is empty. So what we have to do now, we have to traverse this j in the backward directions, and in every traversal, like it reaches to the persons. So the current traversal person will compare its t-shirt number with the person's that is at key. So if this is greater than this, so that person will move to this empty space. Otherwise this person will not change its position and j cannot move further. Okay, so for the current scenario, we can see that this person number is greater, so it will move to this empty space here. So this comes here now we have to move further, like for this watchman j. Okay, as it is not at the boundary condition. So now it reaches to the boundary condition and we cannot move this further. So we have to uh, move this watchman I in the forward direction and reset all this thing. And also before going to that thing, we have to fill this empty space. So how we can fill that empty space? We have to fill this by this person that is currently standing at key. Okay, now this person comes here and it filled that space. So we can see this part, this part has been shorted now. Okay, now we move forward this watchman I, and J will always follow it. Okay, now once it comes to this position, the person at this position will move to this key, and the space is empty now. Now again, what J will do, J will compare its current position element with the key, and it finds that this is smaller than this. So J will not change its position, and so as J cannot go in the left direction. Okay, so what we have to do, we have to fill this empty space. So this empty space will be filled by this key persons. Okay, now till this part our this person's position is shorted now. Okay, we will move further to short other persons also. So now this person will move to here in this key because I is standing here currently. So it is empty now. Again it compare this person compare with this, and it found it is smaller. So yeah, so this is smaller, so J cannot go beyond this. Okay, so we have to fill this empty space. So this person will come back to its previous position, because this till this position these persons are already sorted, so there is no position left to fill this one. So we have to stand this person here only in this empty space. Okay, so till this part our persons are sorted now. I will move further followed by J. Okay, now this person as usual come to this key, and this is empty now. Okay, so now J, so it compare this number with this and found it is greater, so it will move here. Okay, now this space is empty, so J will move in the backward direction. Again it compare this number with this and found it is greater, so it's move here. It is empty again, J will move here. Again it compare this number with this, it is greater, still greater, so it's moved to this vacant space. Okay, so it comes here. Now this is empty. Again what we have to do, J will move here, and now we have to compare this with this, it is still greater, so it comes here, and this is empty. Again J will move further and it reaches to this boundary condition, so J cannot move beyond this. So now we have to fill this empty space, so this space will be filled by this person only. And we can see that till this part our array is shorted. Now I will move further and will move this position to will person to here. This is empty now. Now J will compare its current element, current person number with this and found it is smaller, so J cannot go beyond this. So we have to fill this space. This space will be filled by this only. Yeah, so we can see that all our persons sorted now according to their t-shirt number. Okay, thank you. That's it for the video.